Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so we're ready with the edge security challenges white paper. I think ready to publish. We did a final integration over the last couple of weeks. Everyone who had been contributing kind of got in last comments. Never going to be perfect, so we had some stuff that was kind of
Yep.
final decisions. Just earlier today, I closed out some comments that were from long ago that seemed to have been resolved. We had some last stuff that was edited by Jono, and who said he may or may not make the meeting tonight. And then I added some final section in. So I think we're good. And now the question is, like, what's the right way to publish? Well, we had done some research on that as a group and had found that there's great support from the CNCF to push this
Mm-hmm.
out. And we just have to make it officially announced that this paper is ready and coming out of this working group. So basically, Dan, tell us what it is that we should do next. And I think we're ready to put this out.
Cool. Can you point me out to this process because I never got through it myself.
Okay, gotcha. Let me review, and then Moritz, if you want to jump in too, feel free, because I think I'm reviewing our group chat, and I think let's see here, I think it was Bernhard had reached out,
Mhm.
yeah, to ask about the process. I'm taking a look here. Looks like we've got some comments. Let's see here. Okay, there was one individual who kind of jumped in, but I think she was a consultant. So let's see. We've got we're supposed to write an email to PR, so obviously public relations at cncf.io,
Mhm.
and that sounds like the first place to go with this.
Write data PR at cncf.io.
.io.
Okay.
Yep. And I think that's our next path because everything else, yeah, so it was, let's see, Dan Cohn at the CNCF said, if you email pr@cncf.io, we'd be happy to help you feature it on the Kubernetes and or CNCF blog. I think that's a
Cool.
good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So what's your idea? Do you want to drive it and keep me in the loop? Do you want to do it the other way around?
Since it's an
E- e-
email, I think
Everything is
all of the leaders of this working group should be included, and then I think all of the authors. And I think we should just write that email. I'm happy to write the mail and say, here we go, and have a look. And then basically everyone who's leading the working group or is involved in the paper would be apprised of the details of what's planned and where it goes. And
cool.
that's obviously the start of promotion for it because it's a living document that stays in the working group, and
Yeah.
from all over, hopefully all over the Kubernetes community will not only look at it, but will want to also contribute to enhance it. So yeah, I can share my screen and actually show what I did at the top here. And based on some verbal contributions, a couple of side conversations I had with Steve Wong, I decided it'd probably be best to tack him on the end of the authors list too. So, okay, so what we have here is this follows a standard CNCF format. And then I put here I can't remember if this was the day that we actually kind of like looped back and did stuff, but it's not really that important. What's important is this first public version 1.0. And I think solid, we're ready now. And then I'm not sure the last time I did this, but I think I'm supposed to go and do refresh. There we go. Okay, table of contents refreshed. And then as you can see on the right-hand side, we do not have a whole bunch of comments anymore. It's all been temporarily, the comments are quelled, and then we can release, and then more comments will come up. And then I added this more on this section at the end, which is based on what Steve Wong and I were talking about, relevant to the harbor, of the last meeting.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And so
That's
I don't
awesome.
know what else to say
Good work,
about it.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome
yeah,
stuff.
it'd be fun to promote.
Okay. Well. Let's think about it today offline with other guys as well, and send it. I'm out of the office tomorrow and Friday, but I'll be in the access of the email, and I can follow up on this. So it wouldn't be a big problem. I think maybe it's the best. I'm just thinking out loud. If you have any ideas, let me know. Maybe to draft that email and send it to the Preston and Cindy and Steve.
Yeah, sure.
Just give get an internal version that we're all happy with, and then forward that to the PR.
Sure, sounds good. In fact, why don't I plan to do that and include all the authors of the paper, and then we'll just, when we feel like it's good, maybe send it next week when people are back, because we've got a lot of holidays. It was and then it's 4th of July in the US. So next week's probably a better week to kick it off. So we'll use this week to refine.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. Yeah, this is exciting.
Very good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I think that's all I had for the agenda.
I hoped Steve would be here to give us the feedback of what happened in Shanghai, but maybe next time.
Right. The sessions are already happened, right? Like I'm interested too.
To see how it goes. He sent a note to a couple of us on the Slack saying it was a full room and a good attendance, but maybe just to hear the conversations he had and what's the interest there, that would be great. But yeah, we'll do that on the next one.
Sounds good.
So anybody else having any interesting topic for this morning, evening, depending where you are? Kilton, are you planning to go to the San Diego event?
Yes. Yeah, I think I submitted, that's the, which one's that? That's the embedded Linux.
No, I was thinking about.
Oh, you're talking about KubeCon.
KubeCon, yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And we'll be there. EdgeWorks will be there, full presence. Eclipse Foundation will be there, full presence, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also a San Diego event in August, which is Linux Foundation event, Embedded Linux World or whatever. And I submitted a talk and I didn't make it, so I don't think I'll go down if I watch. Yeah. Excited about KubeCon San Diego. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, cool.
That's November, right? November timeframe.
November, yeah. We should see also to maybe organize something as a working group around it. I think we had a deadline until the end of next week.
Oh, is that it already?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty early on that, on the proposals and everything.
I think the in-person meetups are working great. So, I mean, Cindy organized the first one in Seattle, and I think he was heavy into organizing the one there in Barcelona. I think everybody liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really useful as well. I mean, just getting to know everybody in person, have a small talks, chats, and everything. It really pushes things forward.
Yeah. So I'm in favor. Yeah, if we can come together and organize, if the deadline's so soon, then I think we should definitely organize. This working group is a really nice, strong working group, and sounds good.
Yeah, so let's keep on that as well on the agenda for the next week, where everybody is back from vacations and try to put proposals for that. I'm trying to organize with a couple of my colleagues as well to do some other sessions as well. So I hope I'll go there as well. And yeah, as you said, if we can get a session and maybe see if anybody is interested to sponsoring a meeting or meetup or something, and have some offsite gathering of the community, that would be awesome. But yeah,
cool, sounds good.
Okay. I mean, this was short and sweet in terms of that we have a deliverable. That's always a good news.
That's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have the one topic be a success topic. I did want to comment a little on the last meeting's Harbor presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And just the large volume of challenges around, guarding images in just cloud and data center, and the fact that at the edge, those problems are exacerbated. But I really enjoyed the presentation. I thought there was a lot of interesting stuff there. It was interesting to hear Preston's comments about what they're doing at Google and some of the custom implementations, but just very clear how much infrastructure needs to be built out for edge still in order to make things viable.
Yeah, I think it's very early days.
Yeah, and so for anyone on the call who hasn't checked out the prior recordings of this working group are a wealth of information, especially when there's like a demonstration presentation like there was.
So let me put you a link here. What we did also, give me just a second to find it. So I started also, so if people don't want to follow all the recordings,
They're going to need to run Kubernetes.
give me just a second.
Repo versus.
Sounds like Preston.
Yeah. So I got a YouTube channel where I'm planning to put only the presentations there, just for people that want to follow, don't want to follow all the discussions and all the recordings.
Cool.
So we have the last two there, and everything that comes along in the next sessions, we'll put it there as a material for people to follow all the presentations.
Excellent.
And also, while we're talking, so another congratulations on your. I saw you done some progress on the Kubernetes integration for the IO Fog, right?
Oh yes. In fact, I think the Steve maybe had asked it, or maybe several people had asked when it's ready to do a demonstration in this working group of.
I was going to ask the same.
So we did the announcement, and we're still getting kind of the official code, the official Eclipse, Foundation release of the code base, right? Which you got to go through a license review process and stuff and various things. So as we're getting that prepped, we made the announcement so that basically the industry would know it's there, and it's, going to get better and better. We got this new thing called IOFog CTL, which is obviously a throw out to Kube control there, and allows you to attach to your edge and whatever. But the most important stuff to discuss in this working group is how we've linked the IOFog, control plane, which is like where the control plane sits is anywhere, cloud, data center, or at the edge, but it's from there down is your edge. And at that point, we've implemented a fork of Microsoft's Virtual Kubelet that represents a large number of edge nodes, but makes them look native to Kubernetes. Custom operator, custom resource definition, and custom scheduler. And makes what we're trying to put out there in the industry is this concept of making Kubernetes edge aware. So leveraging attributes that are edge only, GPS location, latency to the next hop, the price of bandwidth. These are all things that Kubernetes should be able to use to schedule, but it's not going to do it in the default scheduler. It's not enough to like tuck stuff into affinities and pack labels with data. Like, you really want to be having a custom scheduler with logic that, that takes care of these things. And that's the architectural approach that we've put our money down on. And we feel like it might take a while to get there, but that to me says, native Kubernetes with an edge extension is sustainable. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to repeat as well. So whenever you're ready, I would personally love to hear more about it and see how we can organize to,
Okay, cool. I think we'll plan. I'll probably write it in the Slack channel, and we'll organize when it's a time when everybody wants to see it, and we'll just book a half of or most of one of these working group sessions and do the deep dive, and we'll try to do diagrams and all this stuff, and of course we'll show it in action. But that release came out, and we got a lot of lookers from that, which is how it should be. And we also got a lot of people talking to us about just how relevant it is now to both be using Kubernetes and edge environments simultaneously. This working group is well attended usually, and for good reason. So right place, right time, right architecture. I don't know. We're going to find out. I think cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, quiet group.
Yeah, this morning or evening. Yeah. So, yeah, one last time. Does anybody else have anything to share, talk about? Otherwise, yeah, we could probably wrap it up for today, and keep in touch over the Slack and organize around the future endeavors.
Sounds good. And yeah, you really can. Everybody fill the agenda. Drop in what you want to talk about, and sometimes we're too full, and sometimes not full enough. And today is one of those days not full enough. So
yeah, I think we still have. So this is the APAC friendly meeting. We still need to build the audience in this time frame, like we had in the other one. I'm
yeah,
still
the other one's
divided.
packed. The other one's got
Yeah.
like too many people in it, too much agenda. Yeah.
Yeah. So some people ask for this. We accommodated, but it still didn't pick up. I think Steve is also in favor to keep it like this for a while, just to have a time slot for folks in APAC region to have it. So step up and yeah, make it a good APAC IoT Edge community. That's my message, right? I mean, we always can add more meetings for the US one if you need it. I think now it's the summer period is coming, so I think a lot of people will be on vacations. It will be more quiet everywhere. So maybe we can revisit that in September, October, when everybody is back full time on the
that sounds
computer
like
stuff.
a good plan. See if it takes hold by like maybe October 1 or something. And yeah. I mean, it's taking. See if it fills with agenda. Yeah.
Yeah. The other hard lesson we learned that every time we changed the time of the meeting, it drove people off. So it takes a lot for everybody to catch up on the new times and everything. So I'm really also from that point of view hesitant to do it often because it's already confusing.
Yeah, I think what you and Steve planned is good. Is stick with it for a while and then see if the agenda starts to fill more. Yeah, I think it's good.
Cool. So okay, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks Hilton for leading this work and wrapping it up. So yeah.
Sure, my
Talk
pleasure.
to you later.
Okay, thanks Dan. See you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye everybody. Bye Moritz.